Hi everyone, hope you're well. Just checking my microphone is working. Hopefully it is. Hopefully there's no double echo. Hopefully you're all well. Today is an exciting day. The new autumn winter catalogue has gone live. Tried to find my copy. Yay! Did your copy arrive in the post? I sent out a significant chunk of them to all of my lovely customers and VIPs. Hopefully you have received yours. There are some fabulous products in there, which I know you're going to love, and you can order them effective today. Hey Karen, glad you're here. The online exclusives go live today as well, so there are some new fabulous projects that I know you're going to want to get your hands on because they are fabulous. Nothing really much to announce other than those things have gone live. So I'm just going to jump straight into the crafting. Let me flip this round. So yeah, new catalogue. Ooh, very exciting. You will also have received a printout of the online exclusives as well. Okay, so tonight's plan is to use one of the new kits. This is the Brightening Your Day kit. So I have shared it as part of an unboxing, but we haven't made any of it yet. Actually, have I shared it? No, this is completely sealed still. So we're going to unbox and we're going to craft it together. This is the new one which came out last month. So there are new kits that went live today as well, but they've literally gone live today, so I don't have them yet. So this one's called the Brighten Your Day kit. There are 3 different cards and 3 of each design. Let's open this up and see what we've got. Looking at the instructions first and foremost. So the colours in these: Balmy Blue, Basic Beige, Fresh Freesia, Highland Heather, Lost Lagoon, and Pecan Pie. They're very pastel-y type shades. This is going to be interesting. Starts off with our foam dimensionals and our glue dots. We've got some twine. What colour would we say this is? It's probably Basic Beige twine. It's a bit creamier than vanilla. Oh, these are pretty. Right. Very careful with these. When you see stuff with layers of tissue paper in between, that tells you that some of this stuff is likely to be a little bit delicate. So what have we got at the top? Decorated envelopes. These are beautiful. Do you know what? I'm going to switch this light on, see if we can get some better colour. These still look quite pale in the light on the screen, but basically this one it's the Highland Heather, isn't it? Yeah, Highland Heather. It's this beautiful lilac-y shade. Then we've got the Lost Lagoon and Pool Party one. And then this is the Basic Beige, these ferns. I wish the colours showed better on the screen because they really, really are gorgeous. They are such beautiful, subtle shades. So those are our decorated envelopes. Ooh, decorated on the back as well. That's cool. And there's a texture to it as well. I don't know. I'll try and hold that up to the camera so you can see. But it's a hammered effect on the envelopes. They're not glossy. They're not plain cardstock. Now I'm wondering that that's too much light. Got to find the balance. Anyway, the envelopes are beautiful. Let's put them to one side. Next up are the card bases. So we've got our Lost Lagoon and Pool Party. We've got our Highland Heather and Fresh Freesia. And then these are our basic beige. And they've all, so again, they're that hammered style. Although interestingly, they're smooth on the inside and hammered on the outside. You know, I'm going to turn that light off because I'm not sure it's helping. Let's see. How's that in terms of the colours? What do we think? Camera on or lights on or lights off? You tell me which you prefer. But the textures, so they're again hammered on the outside, but they're smooth on the inside, which is quite a cool effect. So let's pop them to one side as well. Next, we've got our sentiments. So these in the different colours and in the different languages. So there's 3 sheets of these. We've got hoping this brightens your day, you make the world a better place, and just a little note. And then we've got that in French, German, and Dutch. So one of these multilingual ones there. And you've got 3 sheets because remember you get 3 of each. Lights on, please. Not a problem, Karen. I shall do that for you. Let's just show these again under the lights. Don't know if you can see, but these ones are Lost Lagoon. Hold it down. These are Lost Lagoon, these are Highland Heather, and these ones are Pecan Pie. They're kind of like a goldy brown. Right, these are beautiful, but they also seem quite delicate. So I'm just going to be careful with these. These are laser cut sheets. And there's 3 of them, and they've got tissue paper in between. I'll put them carefully over there. Oh, there's the last piece of tissue on the bottom. And then we've got more laser cut sheets here with the birds. Let's put them carefully over there. Right. Let's start with the instructions. As the song goes, let's start at the very beginning. So we're going to start with the Highland Heather Fresh Freesia card base. And this one uses this large floral piece. So with these kind of laser cut shapes, I'm just being really delicate and really gentle with them. To be fair, they are quite sturdy, but you don't want to be rough with them because the last thing I want to do is like tear off one of these leaves. So this kit, I would say, is a good one for adult beginners or careful kids, maybe older kids rather than younger ones, because you do have to have an element of care while removing those pieces. All right. So we're going to turn this over because the card design, basically, this piece fits on there like so. So we want to put the glue dots on the reverse. And it tells us in the instructions where to put the glue dots. So let's just follow that. I'm just going to use my snips to lift them off. How's everybody's week going? I feel like we're getting into the autumn nights now. You know what they say, the nights are fair drawing in. Before we know it, the clocks will have changed and we'll be into the definite autumnal / wintry days. I think once the schools have gone back, it's kind of the official end of summer. And the weather is playing accordingly. Not the very first week that the kids go back, because I think it was still very hot, and lots of people were kind of, enjoying that last week of sunshine without all the kids running around. But we are now getting into my favourite time of the year. I far prefer autumn and winter to the summer months. Don't get me wrong, summer is nice. I like sunny weather, but you can be too hot all too easily. Whereas this time of year, wrapping up cozy with big scarves, curling up on a cozy room while the elements are raging outside. That's my kind of weather. I like to be inside and cozy while everything's mad outside. Right, that was very easy. Just stick the glue dots. Hey, Julie. I'm gonna have to try and sort out the. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. Not too bad. And then using the. Oh, these are beautifully shaped. Let's see if I can hold it up against something. Hold it up to the camera. Don't know if you can see, but they've got this beautiful little corners and then little notches at the side as well. Beautiful shaped sentiment. Hoping this brightens your day. And then we need some of our twine. And it tells us how much twine do we need. That's interesting. It normally tells you what. It'll tell me somewhere. Yeah. How interesting. Doesn't give a measurement for the twine. It just basically you have a loop and a loop and an end, and that bit crosses over. I want it to be larger than that. Wonder if that's an oversight. One of the things that is good with Stampin' Up is that you can contact them and say, did you mean to not give us the measurements for this? Sometimes, to be fair, the measurements will say use 30 centimetres of ribbon or use 30 centimetres of twine. And I'm thinking, that's far too much. You do not need to use anywhere close to that amount. Going to put, so I've got my label down, I've put my twine on the back, and then you use, it says use 4 dimensionals to hold it in place. Now for a label this size, you probably wouldn't need 4 dimensionals, but using 4 allows you to position the twine where you need it to be and to keep it in place. And then this goes on like so. There we go. And then the matching envelope. And that is card 1. What do we think? Do we like the purpley one? They are very subtle colours. As I say, it's far brighter in real life. Trying to hold it up to the camera so that you can see properly. But it's a beautiful shade. Right, let's move on to card 2. Which is our Lost Lagoon and Pool Party. The texture on these cards is really quite cool. So both the feels, as I say, they're hammered cardstock, but then the way that the background is painted, it does look like it's a painted background. Right, so this is quite a cool cut. I sometimes wish we could have dies like this, but then if you did, you would then spend forever poking out all of these tiny, tiny little pieces. So maybe it's best that it's laser cut in a kit rather than a die. Dies, I think, are better for bold images. Right. See, that's really pretty as well. Ooh, headbutting it. Okay, so let's again turn it over. You think it's pretty as well, Karen. Thank you. I do have a second kit that we can play with if we've got time. It's only got one design in it, so depending on how we're going, we might have a look at that one as well. I don't have any of the Christmas kits yet, but they're on their way. Also, there is a very cool kit that has just been released today for World Card Making Day, and it's like a card organizer where you can make cards, and then there's this really cool, it's almost like letter holder type box to store them in. So that kit, they're going to be demonstrating it and others at World Card Making Day, which is a free event. The kit is not free, so if you want to purchase the kit to play along, you would need to get that separately. But for World Card Making Day, I am going to be hosting at my house. It's the first Saturday in October, so a month away this Saturday. And it's when I do my team days. So my team come over to my house and we craft and chat and have a good time. But this particular one, I'm throwing open to non-team members as well. So if it's something that you've been interested in or tempted by, or you just fancy coming along and doing some crafting, you're very welcome. You get to come and see my gorgeous new craft room in the flesh. I know I'm a little bit biased, but I think it's always much more fun crafting with other people. So that's just how I find it. But if you would like to come along and craft with, I mean, I will warn you, we're all a little crazy, but we're crazy in a good way. Crazy crafty, and there will almost certainly be cake. And you just kind of bring your own lunch, come along, enjoy some crafty company with like-minded people, and that's going to be the first Saturday in October. Right, let's see. So we've got our baker's twine again, which is kind of sticking in place with my foam pads. Being very generous with my foam pads, I want to make sure that they are holding the twine in place and that they hold the label in place. And then this note, this one goes about here. Little note. There we go. Let's get the envelope that goes with it. I do love the texture of this, the hammered card. And it's very sweet because the branches on the envelope match the branches in this die cut piece, which I just think is really, really sweet. Right, third one of this batch. So this is our basic beige, which is, as I say, it's a bit more golden than very vanilla. It's a bit of a more defined colour. Vanilla can be a bit pale. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between vanilla and basic white. This one has got lots and lots of little bits. So taking this one off is challenging, but we're just going to be very gentle. Yeah, I think I started from the wrong end. If I had started from the corner, the bottom corner there, I think it would have been a bit easier to take out. Thing is, you just need very gentle pressure to detach it. There we go. Making sure it doesn't get snagged. That's it. This one goes right in the bottom corner and up at the top as well, so it fits the whole space on this card. This is quite dramatic, I think is the word I would use. Right. I am following the instructions on where to put the glue dots, because if you just stick them anywhere, then they can shine through some of these cutout pieces. We don't want that. So the people who've designed this kit have designed it in a way that there are spaces that are large enough for the glue dots so that it holds it in place. Let's see. There as well. Right. And it's about making sure where you've stuck them all that you get all the backs off. I saw a really clever tip this week. So the foam dimensionals, like these ones, what somebody had done is they'd used one of their Stampin' blends and they had kind of drawn lines and scribbled all the way over the back of their Stampin' dimensionals. And it meant that once the card was down, once they were on the card, once the dimensionals had been stuck down, you could tell which ones you'd pulled the backings off of compared to which ones you hadn't, because they were colour. In fact, I might just show you what that looks like. Let me stick this on first. That goes along the bottom and sticks down like so. There we go. See if you can see that. It's lovely. Right, let's get one of my blends. Maybe it wasn't blends they used. They had coloured them. I would have thought blends would have been best because they don't wipe off as much. Now I need a tissue or else I'm going to end up with ink everywhere. Okay, maybe not blends. She had coloured them. I wonder what she coloured them with. A Sharpie. I wonder if that'll work. Sharpie's not working either. Okay. Hold that thought. I will go back and find out what it was she used to colour them in with. Because now these are kind of like pink and black. Wasn't quite what I was going for. Right, the last sentiment here. You make the world a better place. And again, we're going to use our twine. I think actually measuring it out on top of the tag is the way to go. So then you see how much you need. And then stick it in place. then it just goes onto the card. Lovely. And then the matching envelope. There we go. Trying to hold up. There's something almost sepia. Sepia? You use a Sharpie, girls. Right, maybe that's what I need to do. I tried a Sharpie there, but maybe I should let it sit for a little bit longer. Okay, so that's this kit done. What do we think? Do we like these ones? The colour is very subtle and the designs are very subtle. It's not a great one to do on video, I'm not going to lie, because I don't think you get the real effect of this kit. But it is a beautiful kit, and these laser cut pieces are just so delicate and so ephemeral. Really do like it. I'm going to show you the other kit. I think we've got time because we've only been, what's that? We've only been going for 20 minutes. Let's do the other kit just quickly because there's only one design on it. This is the Bunch of Thanks kit, which is quite cute. So, Mossy Meadow spot and an ink pad and the snaps. Simple but effective. Absolutely, Karen. That's exactly what this is. So, let's open this up here. I'm saying it's both the same. Maybe there's two different ones. They look very similar. Let's pull it open and see what we've got. So, clear block and some mini foam dimensionals. We've got some linen twine. We've got the instructions. That's to go with the stamp set. So the colours of this one: Bubble Bath, Coastal Cabana, Crumb Cake, Daffodil Delight, Early Espresso, Old Olive, Mossy Meadow, Strawberry Slush and Timid Tiger. This was one of the ones that was on sale last month. So hopefully you got a chance to snaffle it while it had a discounted price. The envelopes are very cute. Are they all the same? They are. And how many do we have? 2, 4, 6, 8. So I think there are 2 designs and you get 4 of each. Decorated envelope, just this little bit down at the bottom. They are very, very similar designs though. So yeah. Spot the difference. Can you tell the difference between these 2 designs? They're just different flowers at the end of the day. It's the same fancy fold. It's just slightly different bunches of flowers. Very, very slight difference. Then we've got slightly different tags here as well. So one's got a square end with a rounded end. The other ones have just got rounded corners. And then we've got these pieces, which again, some of them have got the dark pink flowers and some of them got the pale pink flowers. So let's have a go at doing one of these. So we start off with this one here. And taking out the dimensionals, I'm going to leave the ink pad and the block in that bag, and it can go to a lucky customer as a thank you this month, using my own Mossy Meadow ink pad. And the first stamp that I need here is For Your Love and Support. There we go. Yep. Right, so this goes right across here. There we go. For Your Love and Support. Where's my Stampin' Scrub. Never have enough thank you cards. So these are always useful. And then this one, thanks a bunch. And it goes on, where did I put it? There, that's where I put it. Put it on this one here. Thanks a bunch. This one does have much brighter colours than the other one, but they are both beautiful kits. The other one's much more subtle, I would say. Right, so poke this out. Pad over there. So, first of all, we fold this piece up like so. And this sticks on to there, up there. So we need to use our foam pads in the corner. Then thought I was going to sneeze again. I always seem to sneeze in twos, but not this time. Right, so that one goes on first, and then this bit folds over. Ah, that's what these pieces are used for. So I want one of these. Ah, and there's a sneaky little bit in the center there to poke out as well. Don't forget to poke that bit. And then this is going to stick on there. So again, it shows you where to put your dimensionals. I'm just going to follow the instructions. Then this goes on there, like that. Now, this one tells you to cut 14 inches. I don't think I need 14 inches. I'm going to keep it on the twine, on the roll, because basically what we're going to do is tie it in a knot up here, and then in a bow. Trim that piece off. There we go. It's quite cute. And then it's got the envelope that it fits into. See, it's weird. I would have said that these cards were really, really tiny, but actually it only just fits in that envelope. And then pull it out, and then somebody would just slip that off the bottom, open it up. Thanks a bunch for your love and support. You could write a little message on there. And slide the twine back on. There we go. I like that. The second one is basically exactly the same design, but slightly different colour flowers and using the rounded corners tag rather than the edge rounded tag. But the design itself is still the same. So, right, what do you think? Do you have a preference? Out of the two kits that we've shown tonight, so this one was called Bunch of Thanks, and then the other one was called, got it written down here somewhere. The other one was called Brighten Your Day. So what's your preference? The pastel with the laser cut or the fancy fold little bunches of flowers? I like them both. They're both very different, but they're both very effective. Yeah, as Karen says, simple but effective cards. And I like this. They've both got decorated envelopes. Is it one of my friends, Linda, says, never have a naked envelope. Julie prefers the first kit. You like this one? Yeah. The lighting's a bit better here. I think you can see the colours. You prefer Brighten Your Day, Karen? Yeah. I do like them both. They are gorgeous. I will have more goodies to show you next week. As I say, the new autumn winter catalogue and online exclusives has gone live, so there are lots and lots of fabulous goodies for you to see online and enjoy. As always, if you've got any questions, then please do reach out and enjoy the rest of your evening. Okay. Oops. Take care, everyone. Bye.